Hello everyone, my name is Adeebah binti Adam. The topic that I've chosen is sole proprietorship. In Malay, sole proprietorship is known as milikan tunggal. According to Louis Henry Henney, an American economist, sole proprietorship is the form of business organization on the head of which stands an individual as the one who is responsible, who directs its operations, who alone runs the risk of failure. According to S.R. Davar, a sole trader is a person who carries on business exclusively by and for himself. He is not only the owner of the capital of the undertaking, but is usually to organize and manage and takes all profits or responsibility for losses. So as you can see based on these two terms, sole proprietorship is run by the person, the business owner themselves, and they take risk if anything were to happen to their business. According to Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia, SSM, sole proprietorship is business that is wholly owned by a single individual using personal name as his or her identity card or trade name, which differs from partnership because partnership is business that is owned by 2 or more persons but not exceeding 20 persons. Now we're going to talk about the advantages of sole proprietorship. Firstly, ownership. The sole proprietor has complete control and decision-making power of the company. He or she does not need to seek the approval of the board of directors because they are the director. And then the income of the company does not have to be shared with the stakeholders or investors. No corporate tax payment. The business will not be taxed, so the owner or the director can avoid double taxation of profits and enjoy tax rates lower than those of a corporation. Lowest annual cost. The maintenance cost is lower compared to that of a private limited company, also known as Sendirian Berhad, limited liability partnership, or even partnership. Less formal business requirement. Micro or small business owners has lesser rules and regulations to comply with. They don't need to prepare annual reports and even exempted from audited reports. The entry requirement for sole proprietor is minimum. Any Malaysian citizen or permanent resident can register. And lastly, the process of closing down is not complicated. Closing down process or winding up process is easy. You just only have to visit to SSM to shut down the company, or it will automatically be closed down when the annual fee is not paid. The disadvantages of sole proprietorship. Firstly, unlimited liabilities means that a sole proprietor is personally and directly responsible for business liabilities, either caused by careless or wrongful action by the owner themselves or even their employees. The owner's personal assets can be confiscated in event of adverse legal actions. They can lose their house, cars, bank account, and other personal assets to settle the debts and bankruptcy. Secondly, difficult to raise capital. Difficulties to get loans. Lenders are more concerned about risk when making loans to sole proprietor. As we all know, a sole proprietor controls everything. This can be good and it can be bad because they carry the burden of the business on their own shoulders. It will be very difficult for them, especially when the business expands and the number of employees that they have to control increases. And lastly, business liquidation. The lifespan of sole proprietorship ends when the owner dies, retires, or are forced to shut down. So the assets have to be willed to another person in order for the business to continue. So I've listed down the definitions, advantages, and disadvantages of sole proprietorship. Hopefully everything is clear. But bear in mind that a sole proprietor can change their title to private limited company, also known as Sendirian Berhad, when the business becomes stable and grows, and even change to partnership when there's another person or an additional partner to join the business. That's all for now. Thank you.